What's going on, legendary people? This is Dave Sharpe. Happy Monday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is where you may be tuning in today. We've got a great guest, as we normally do. These guests, they never cease to amaze me, how we continue to keep pulling people out of our community. As a matter of fact, the waiting list to come on the show keeps getting fuller and fuller because we just got so many incredible people who are going through our training here and a part of our community and who are implementing stuff and getting results. And I was thinking about something over the weekend. We may be one of, if not the only communities and companies that actually want to talk to our students, who want to have real conversations with our clients, who want to talk to our affiliates, no BS, just unfiltered. What's going on? What are you learning? What are you doing? And this morning, we're going to do just that. So I'll bring on our guest this morning, and we'll go from there. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Hey.
This is Michael Martin, everybody. Now, funny story. I literally I didn't roll out of bed. I've been up for 3 hours or so, but, most mornings I'm hanging out with my son, my daughter. I'm having a few cups of coffee and, sometimes I'll do a little work in the morning, Michael, but most mornings I try to not do any work in the morning, So anyways, I didn't look at my phone. A lot of times I'll look at my phone and I'll try to, look at a little bit of details about who the guest is going to be so I can have some prep. That's that. I don't usually do that. Usually I just come on about 2 seconds before and kind of read things as I'm getting started. But yeah, man, I hopped on. I saw your name. I was like, I wonder if that's the Michael Martin that I know from the past. We have done some marketing side by side in the past together, and it sure was, man. So yep. Great to reconnect. We're reconnecting live in front of whoever's going to be watching this. So welcome back into my world, and I'll welcome myself back into your world. And here we are.
Exactly. Yeah, it's good to be here. Yeah, it was just one of those things where, coming back in the online space was a big decision for me, honestly. It took me a couple years to actually really do it. And so I did look at, different things. I'm a marketer. I got to see what converts, what does well, what kind of offers are out there, because I personally love the info space. I love seeing people develop and selling things to people that are actually valuable. Yeah. And that also you can see them grow. And I like to come alongside people and help them along the way as well. So, sure. So I weighed out a couple different things, and it was a lot of testing going on. And I was just like, I just couldn't let go of Sharpe, because I've always just resonated with your story, your message. I know a lot of people say that, but that's the power in stories.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had connected a long time ago. It was funny because you show that picture, of you with your head at the computer, right? Where you turn around like this, you take that picture. Oh, and right. That's one of the first opt-in pages I ever used as an affiliate.
Yeah. You talking about the one where I'm sitting there at the kind of the table almost, and it's a real fuzzy picture, and I got the iMac on the, here, I'll bring it up. I'll see if it's the one, but yeah, I mean, we used to back in the day make, and I still like to do this, ugly opt-in pages, weird looking, kind of eye catching, like what the hell?
It was brown, like you had brown color around it, borders. It was just so ugly, but it taught me a valuable lesson back then. It's like, it's not about how pretty things are, it's about what's intriguing, what's pulling people's minds in, what's sucking them in. And it was all about the headline and the picture too, so, but yeah.
If you can kind of combine those two here, let's see, share screen. This may be the picture.
I think it was it. Yeah.
Can you see that, where it's kind of like, you got this one, then I've got a few others of me when that's one that I know we used on a landing page back in the day. I've also got these. Oh, this is me on the construction site, right? Do you save these pictures from do you have any pictures of like when you first got started that you use or reuse to kind of tell your story?
Some, not really accessible right now on this computer, but yeah, I have some on my old hard drive that I'll pull up for different things, story videos, welcome videos, so people can kind of see where we were in the past. It's been a long journey. I'm 9 years into this now since we started in 2012, and we've had some really great success. And then it kind of got pulled out from under us. Things like that can happen.
Yeah.
And so I took a big shift. My wife was already in real estate because we got to retire her from her job by doing online business. So I jumped into real estate with her just to take a breather. I just had to just get my headspace clear. And so we took about a $3 million, in sales real estate business, and did exactly what we were doing before, driving traffic, getting leads, putting people through an actual automated process that was through a text bot, artificial intelligence. And I just put all these things together because that's what I had learned in the past, right? That's what we do. Yeah. And applied it to that. And within about 14 months, took that business to $8 million business and rinsed and repeated a couple times over the last couple of years, and did really well with it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So yeah, it's fun.
So I think just what comes up for me when you said that was how we, all of us, and many of you who are listening right now, are underestimating and undervaluing the skills that you're learning and how those are transferable.
Right.
We kind of, I feel like when we first get started, it depends on how it's presented to us, but have a very biz-oppy mindset. Like for me, my first business like any business venture, was network marketing. And I got presented this business opportunity, and it was like the only way it was presented was I can get in and build this business only. And what I realized as I got into online marketing, because I failed miserably offline. I was a 24, 25-year-old punk kid who had no influence. Nobody listened to me. Nobody made eye contact with me because they didn't want to catch whatever poverty disease I had, right? I'm driving around in an old Ford truck. They're going, I don't want to do business with this guy now, later, never, right? And so when I came online, I started to learn, direct response marketing, email marketing. There wasn't so many automated bots back in 2010, 11, but they started to pop up in the last 4 or 5 years. And if I wanted to go back, now I've stayed online this whole 10 years, besides a year or two, I didn't do much, but if I wanted to go back into construction, I would do it totally different than my dad did it. And I would possibly blow up my construction business fast and scale it in a way, have more leads than I knew what to do with because of the transferable marketing skills. And I just want to highlight that because over the past few years, since in between your online marketing, it's like a sandwich. You went back into real estate and that was the meat of the sandwich there for the past few years. You used what you learned to take a real estate company and excel its growth. And I just think we undervalue that because we just don't know what we don't know. We don't know how powerful these skills are that we're learning, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's funny because people, back in when I was doing online marketing, they would say, well, what would you do if all this fell apart? That was always the big question. Like, well, if you don't have these products to sell anymore, this company goes, if you're an affiliate of this company and they go away, what happens? Where does your income go? I'm like, it doesn't. I just redirect it. I take everything that I'm doing now and apply it to something else, whether it's online, semi-online, offline, whatever. And that was the shift I had to make. I was actually thinking about doing a small business, a local small business type, just sell ads for them, do a platform for them and just do that. And I was like, we've got a business right here that we can already take and excel. So, and that's what we did. And
So what made you want to get back online? I forget what you said a few minutes before we went live. We just talked for 30 seconds. Did you get bored, or what was it that drew you back onto the internet? Was it COVID that pushed you back on? Was it just you had that itch you needed to scratch? You're too good at it to not do it. What was it?
I missed it. I missed the camaraderie that we can build here. In regards to just helping people win, helping people succeed. I'm a nerd. I'm an analytical kind of nerd. I kind of like to sit at home and, do the numbers things and kind of check out conversion rates and things like that. So I love doing all that stuff. My wife is the talker. She's the real estate agent. Like she's the one who goes out and just loves to do all that. I told her when I started with her, I said, this isn't a forever thing, right? This is just for a right now thing until we can, I figure out which direction I want to go in. And with everything out there, there's just so much, there's so much garbage that's been tossed around over the last few years. And I just kind of steered clear and just wanted to do it right. I just wanted to get with the right program, the right people. And I didn't even reach out to you. Here's the funny thing. I didn't reach out to you. I didn't reach out to any other the people that I was testing their anything. Yeah. I really just wanted to get in and start from scratch because in all honesty, 3 to 4 years is a long time. Like in this world, it's a very long time. People have moved on to create their own products. They've moved on to other opportunities or they just gave up. And so I just have literally started this from scratch. And I wanted to do it that way because then I can go to somebody and say, yes, these products and what they teach actually do work. Yeah. Or these skills, these traffic skills, these sources, whatever it is, do work and not just make a bold false statement.
Yeah, you want to be a product of the product, if you will, as we used to say in network marketing, right?
Don't go there. Don't go there.
You want to be a product of the product. Yeah. Oh my God. The different phrases and various shit I heard and learned from MLM and network marketing is just
money's in the front. Money's in the front.
Money's in the front, right? So make sure you front load them. Load them up with lotions, potions, and pills to sit in the garage, right? And hope that you sell them one day. That was the thing. Yeah, why we get into this. I think the thing that attracted me to digital products, right, and info marketing was that I was doing network marketing. The first deal I was ever in, it was a cell phone company. I signed up. The company shut down before I ever got the cell phone. You know what I mean? The company went out of business, then I got in and then I did a skincare company and it was these purple boxes and I built a big, huge downline in a pre-launch, but that company never launched. Right. So I was successful, but I didn't actually make any money. I used the lead generation skills to kind of generate a bunch of leads and then I got into numismatic coins, which that I see that resurfacing nowadays. They're back into that same old, would you like to own gold and silver? And I'm like, oh my God, this is like deja vu. Cause I did numismatic coins. That was the auto ship product. And I was paying $100 a month for it. And I was like, this is great. I'm collecting gold and silver. And then I was so broke. 1 month I didn't have the money to pay my half of the bills with my girlfriend, now wife. And I was like, well, awesome. I got these assets, right? I'll just go and take them to the pawn shop or the gold shop and I'll just sell them. And I get there and they're like, well, yeah, that thing, that's worth $20. I'm like, but I paid $100 for it, dude. And I didn't understand the difference between bullion and numismatic, collectible, right? So I've done so many things. It's unbelievable. But this selling information, right, Michael? It's this fascinating business, which is what we teach here at Legendary. The core 4 ways to sell information online: courses, coaching, or events, live or virtual, or affiliate marketing. And the idea that I can package my information, or I can just promote somebody else's information. There's no deliverables. There's been all kinds of businesses, dude, over the past 5 years that have spiked up. Amazon, drop shipping, all this different stuff. But the info game has just steadily stayed the same or grown.
Well, it's funny because you mentioned that because there's a course for every one of those things. You know what I'm saying?
Well, right. I mean, and that's the whole thing is when you think about it, the gurus who are teaching Amazon and drop shipping, they're actually making their money from selling the course how to do it. Right.
Exactly.
Great point.
And that's why I love this space. And here's the thing, even back in my heydays, I had a great Twitter strategy that I was using, and somebody's like, why don't you put that into a product? I'm like, because see, it's different strokes for different folks. Right. And I've had traffic stuff where I could have done paid traffic and done products for that as well. And I'm just not a product guy. Like, I'm the type of guy, like, I want to sell other people's stuff. That's just appealing to me. Some people want to create courses. Y'all have at it. Y'all create courses, I'll sell them, right? But I don't have to deal with all the merchant processing. There's a lot of things as an affiliate, we don't have to deal with. It's a lot of headaches. And it lets me actually focus time on helping people develop in what they're doing, and that's always been my passion and my focus. So,
I would prefer to be an affiliate too, man. I got into this company. We were selling, this was 2016, and I got into this company, and we were selling water machines, water filtration devices, and we came in and we just blew it up. Like, it had a multi-level marketing plan, but we were kind of building it like affiliate marketers online. And we went to this company event, and all these old school guys are like, they put our like landing pages and Facebook site up on like literally in this room full of leaders, dude. And they go, this is how not to do it. And here we got we blew this company up so bad that they had a delay of like 90 days to get the product out because we came in and sell so many of these water machines.
Wow.
So I was like, why are people such crabs? Mm-hmm. Why are people so small-minded that they are so threatened by something new in people who have an abundant mindset? Because if they just would have asked us, how are you doing it? Can we learn from you? We would have happily shared.
Yeah.
So I was like, God bless it. That's when I was like, you know what? I gotta go and I gotta create what I would want.
Yeah.
In Legendary, I'm no longer I happen to be some of the glue here, but the community has blossomed, and it's become much bigger than me at this point. But I would just love I don't think people realize how good you got it when you're literally just selling other people's stuff, especially if you can make reasonable commissions.
Right.
And you don't have to deal with, as you said, merchant processing, all these other kind of things.
Yeah. And and just in transparency, it has its downsides. Like you were saying, you have, you're at the mercy, and that's kind of what pulled me away from the industry for a minute, because we had the rug swept out from under us, not just once, but twice. But that was partially my fault. I have to take ownership that I was putting everything into too much into one thing. Does that make sense? Like, I'm a believer in focus. I'm a believer in focus because you've got to create a baseline of a business, whether it's your lead generation, whether it's your sales, your money coming in, before you can actually start trying to venture into other things. You see all these people trying to put all these eggs in all these different baskets, but there's no yolk in any of the eggs. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing there. So you do have to just get busy and get to work, because the beautiful thing about affiliate marketing, high ticket affiliate marketing, is you can generate that yolk very fast if you get busy and understand how things work in this world. So it's a great space.
Yeah. One of the things that we talk about a lot here at Legendary, and we've been kind of hammering this quite a bit lately, is this idea of not going out there and being a kind of a salesperson for the product that you're promoting. Mm-hmm. And what we mean by that is basically going out there and announcing the actual name of the product and or the company that you're promoting in your content and even on your landing page. Mm-hmm. I want to make this as simple as possible so everybody understands what the hell I'm talking about. If you do that, it's like you're a glorified salesperson for one product, right? Mm-hmm. And instead, as an affiliate, what we should be doing is we should be building our personal brand, right? Now, whether that's David Sharpe, whether you want to call yourself, whether you want to call yourself affiliate money man, whatever it doesn't matter whether you use your name or whether you use something that you think resonates with you or kind of describes you that's more generic. The bottom line is that what happens, let me make this really simple. Not only can you pigeonhole yourself into a corner of kind of putting all your eggs in one basket, but here's the other problem, is that when you're out there going, hey, I just took the 15-day challenge, or I just went through Tom, Dick, and Harry's training course over here, and I want to tell you all about it on your TikTok video, YouTube video. You know what people do? They go, especially if it's the first video they've ever seen of you, they go, I don't trust this guy. You know? Who is this? Let me go look this up myself. And then all of a sudden, guess what? You didn't get them. Here's the simple thing. You didn't get them to opt in, so you don't have their email. You can't follow up. And you didn't get them to click your affiliate link so they become cookied to you if they do buy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It goes back to what we were joking about, product of the product. You got to actually develop this persona for yourself. But here's the thing. And I'm a little counter when it comes to when it comes to the branding conversation, because I think too many people take it way too seriously.
Yeah. Give us your
it's like, just be you. Just be you. Tell your story. Some people they get caught up so much in this whole, like, I've got to create my brand. I've got to do this. I got to do that. Don't nobody give a shit about your brand. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things, not at this point. Like, go out there, get educated, do it in your persona, your name, and just go out there and do it, and let the results of your lifestyle, let the results of whatever it is you're doing, let that brand you. And then if you want to start developing some sort of brand, but so many people get so wrapped up in this whole brand thing.
Oh, I agree.
And it drives me up a wall sometimes, So.
Here's the thing. If Matt, I'm an Apple guy. I think most of us are at this point. If this had no name, the no name device, but it worked like it does, I wouldn't care what it's called. If it was called nothing, just, did you get the nothing phone?
The phone with no name.
The phone with no name, whatever. I wouldn't care, because of the value that it's adding to my life, how easy it is to understand. And I think for us, and I also think for you, being kind of out of the game for the last couple of years, it has been more proven over the last couple of years that nobody cares about high production. Nobody cares about logos, because the content, the videos, the stuff that's going viral that people are eating up, dude, is the lowest production. Just somebody pulled out a phone. It's shaking in their hand. It's grainy, but it's valuable. It's funny. It's interesting, right?
Yeah.
That's what, that's the videos that you pull up on. And I think a lot of marketers get frustrated, dude, because they're like, why is my stuff not going viral? Why am I not getting the attention? I upgraded my phone. I bought the lightest iPhone. I've got the high-tech equipment. I got the microphone. This microphone, I only use it because I bought it on one of those, I'm going to upgrade all my audio video equipment tangent. I used to go on where I'd spend all this money on dumb shit I never used.
Yeah.
But I do this show every day. Look, you can see my ghetto setup. This thing, I don't even know why I've got that back there. For some reason, I think it makes the image on my webcam on my computer look better. I've got I got a goofy little one of those eye things that clips to my desk here to give my face some light, which, only shows more of my wrinkles and grays and everything else that's going on in my face. It's a ghetto setup. I'm 10 years into the game. I got money to spend on equipment if I want it. But Michael, here's the other thing. I wear the same shirt every day. I wear sometimes I just pick the shirt up. I smell it. I had it on last week. I just give it a sniff test. Nobody cares.
They don't. They don't. And I did video trainings back in the day. I actually did a training at an event and did this whole video training. And I'm like, one take, start learning how to do things in one take. This is back when we were doing a lot of vlogging, putting videos on blogs and YouTube videos and stuff, because that's same for me. Like, it's always been the one take. I stuttered. I don't care, whatever. Let's just put it up there and see what happens, because people resonate with that. That's what they resonate with. If they see it look too perfect, then it looks unattainable for them. They're like, I can't afford a camera crew. I can't afford this and that. And it already puts doubt in people's heads if they can actually build an online business,
or if they can train their dog, or if they can, right? Because
anything.
Let's look at another niche. Like, so say I'm watching dog training. Say that's your niche, and there's a whole big professional crew there, and it's all edited up. I'm gonna be thinking, what did they edit out? That where the dog just bit the guy in the hand, right? I'm gonna be more skeptical. So the other reason why one of the reasons why I go live and I prefer to kind of deliver content in this format is because there's not a whole lot of dudes out there who can or are willing to just sit with a different person every day, totally unscripted and live. Yeah. There's just not in this industry. It's rare, and I don't know anybody else who does it. But but there's no bullshit here. There's no edits. There's no horse shit. There's no, what did they edit out? Oh, maybe Dave said something that he regrets saying. No, if I say it, it's out there. Somebody heard it.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Can't take it back. You got to go. You just go through it.
And I think that's how, like, I've done this now for a while, this particular show. So have many people in our company, and Matt's done it, that does it at least once a week, sometimes more. We all get that practice of delivering content and just talking and not worrying about not being inside of our head and so forth. And it's a valuable thing. So anyways, I wanted to ask, like, what's different 4 years ago compared to today on the internet?
I was just thinking, I was going to just touch on that. It's crazy because, when I came on, let's start there. When I came on, Twitter had no paid marketing. So Twitter was a free for all, so that's where I kind of found my baseline. I was like, I need to go find free traffic. Twitter's a great place. You can do whatever. There was no algorithms at that point. It's just a rolling feed. So started there and found some really great results. And then of course paid, sponsored traffic came in there, and then it kind of just algorithms kicked in and kind of screwed it all up.
Yeah.
But that was fine. It gave me enough of a launching point to go. And then I was on the forefront of YouTube ads. Like when YouTube launched their ads, I was one of the first ones on there. So like I was paying like maybe 1 or 2 cents a view, and it was just like there was no smart bidding then. It was just you just bid, and there was nobody really doing it, because back then nobody wanted to do videos. Everybody was scared to do videos. So we killed it there. And so figuring out that part of things, the YouTube traffic side of things, all these smart bidding and letting things kind of just go for a while. So the algorithm, that's a big different thing for me. It's been hard to adjust for that, because I'm such a hands-on, I want to change things. So the impatience in me is killing me. One of the other big things is Snapchat, all those things, all these quick video social networks that have come around.
TikTok?
Instagram stories. And
are you on TikTok, dude?
I am now. Yeah. I started on TikTok about 5 weeks ago, and I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just like hiding out. Like I'm going to hop on TikTok, because I've got other networks where I could have actually pushed it out and said, hey, I'm on TikTok, come follow me. But like I said, I want to see how fast I could get out there, get it up. So I just hit my 1,000 followers last night while I was sleeping. So got my little link up, I'm in business now. And, so I can do lives there now too, which for me is going to be crucial, because that's where I can actually go in and really just talk to people like this. Cause I'm all about raw, transparent. Let's just talk. So I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. So, well, I'll tell you the one of the big differences between now and 5 years ago is a platform like TikTok, and it's just the beginning, for this. I mean, they really nailed something and did something special with their with their platform in their, I don't know what you want to call it, their algorithm. It's more than an algorithm though. It's the way that the app, the way that you can create content on the app and integrate so many things, the music, the edits, how easy it is to use, and then the reach, how they kind of push it out to a small audience. And if it gets a certain amount of views or hits a certain criteria, they push it out to a bigger audience. And if you keep hitting the criteria for the next level, like or your watch time or whatever continues to meet the criteria, then they push you out to a bigger audience. And we've got people who, in their first, whether it be 5 weeks, 5 days, first 5 videos, first 5 months. I mean, sometimes we get in this instant success kind of mindset because of TikTok, but are just doing what you have to basically sometimes spend years on YouTube trying to do. You know, and it's super game changing. I would say that the paid advertising that you described, where you kind of you can, or they want you to, and you can set it and forget it and let the kind of smart targeting kind of kick in on a platform like Facebook, is different. But I'll tell you what, there's a lot of things that are the same.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that are the same. And this is one of the things that I want to say to everybody who's listening, who thinks that you might have got in to the game late, or that you missed out on something, you missed out on some opportunity, whatever. Here's what I've discovered, is that the same thing that worked 10 years ago works today.
Correct.
It's your message.
Mm-hmm.
It is how you deliver your message and your content. It's how you tell your stories, not your story. Sometimes we get caught up in thinking that marketing is about going out and telling your life story. Well, guys, I'd like to start my TikTok channel today, and I'd like to take you all the way back to 1963, right? No, it's just learning how to make a point and tell a story. You know what I mean? Wrap that point inside of a story. And just it's not even about getting good at it. I mean, I tell stories all the time, and it's like, that kind of fumbled out or whatever, but it's just your message and how comfortable can you be in your skin. And the same thing that applies offline when you're, it's like my daughter right now. She's 5. She's in camp right now. She's doing acting and drama this week, and she gets embarrassed, right? And she says this. She knows how to identify the feeling. Her mom helped her with that, and she gets embarrassed, right? And it's like, I said to her this morning, I said, look, the quicker that you can get over that, just in life, in general, and just get comfortable in your own skin, and just have a good time, the better off your whole life is going to be, the more successful you're going to be. Because being embarrassed is simply a reaction, and it's dominated by caring what other people think.
Mm-hmm.
And the more we can get over that, the quicker we can get over that, the more creative we are, the more in flow state we are, the better we can get at delivering value and serving, being in the moment with somebody and thinking about them and how can I serve them, how can I make them laugh, or how can I entertain them with this story, versus how do I look?
Right. Exactly. And for me, I didn't care before either, really, but there are certain things you have to let go of sometimes. And sometimes old habits are those things. Like, I mean, when it came to doing TikTok, I didn't have 3-minute videos starting out, which I would never do a 3-minute video anyways. It's not, that just doesn't fly for me when I've tested it now. But, letting go of all the different things that I thought that I had to do in a video, right? Like, I got to have this, or I got to do that, or I got to, you ain't got time for that, And, but the upside to it was since, when I first left the industry, we just had our twins. So they were 1. And then we have a baby now who's 10 months old. So we've had a lot of kids and our house is hell on wheels sometimes. Like I said, my wife had to take the kids out for this hour so I could actually have some quiet time. But the beautiful thing with TikTok is I don't have to talk. You know what I mean? Like
That's true.
I followed the lead of some of the guys here and just kind of did the whole pointing thing and just doing this thing. And you don't realize that in the background, it's clack, 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 clack going on in my house.
Right.
And it's been interesting, but it's definitely, like you said, a lot of the stuff is the same. I mean, we're still building lists. We're still engaging on the technical side of things. You know, we're still, the whole game is getting people to look at whatever you're selling and then generating a list and engaging that list and doing that through stories, through, like you said, telling stories. I mean, yeah, the pitchy stuff, eventually people like to buy stuff eventually, but you just got to sprinkle it in there. You know, you can't just go, hey, look what I'm doing. Come buy this. Look what I'm doing. Come buy this. No, where's the value? What problem are you solving for these people? And you'll hear this over and over and over. We serve solutions. You know what I mean? Yeah. Solutions. That's what marketing is. It's not buy. And so yeah, a lot of that stuff is the same. Just the modes of delivery at times are a little different. You know, that's really what it is.
Yeah.
So.
And how can you make somebody, I mean, I think the secret to selling, if I can just try to keep it as simple as possible, is trying to make it so nobody feels like you're selling them.
Right.
You're always just suggesting, inviting, right? Like if I was going to do a webinar, or even if on a webinar I was going to do a pitch, or in a video I was going to do a pitch, I would say something like, I'd like to invite you to the inside, right? Mm-hmm. I would like to invite you to take the, right? I would like to encourage you to take advantage of, right? It's never like this kind of blatant sales pitch. I think a lot of times when we think of marketing, we think that there's got to be this awkward kind of where you present and you it's like you're starting to sell, and people go, well, I don't like to sell. And it's like, well, never sell. Always invite, always suggest, always just simply recommend, and that makes it really easy to transition from whatever you're talking about, story you're talking about. And that's the formula. It's like, let me tell you a story. And then the transition is simply, well, look, this is the product that I used in that scenario that helped with my rash, right? So I would invite you, if you're having that same rash, to click the link down below, right? And go check it out, because let me tell you something, my inner loins, it's magic down there right now. And it was unbearable. It was hell. The devil was between my thighs each. And I'm thinking of this because we're in Florida, and I'm actually old enough, or maybe I'm heavy enough now, I don't know. But I've just recently switched from boxers to briefs. And the reason is down here in Florida, my thighs, as I'm walking around my son outdoors, they're rubbing together. It's like it's starting a fire in between. So anyways, I get
it. We're close enough. We're in Georgia, so we get it.
Yeah.
But I try to tell people, like, just think of yourself as like an air traffic controller that's down there directing the planes. You know what I mean? You're just guiding people,
Yeah.
They don't need to hear you all the time, occasionally. Yeah. But, just guide them to where they need to go. And it helps get people through that process a lot easier.
So what's your experience? We'll wrap this up so you can get back to your family, and let them back in the house. They're probably outside looking at the windows, like hanging on the door or whatever. So what's your experience with, say, our 15-day challenge and how we've done things here? And our, I would assume you are recommending it to people, but what would you say to somebody who's new and what they might expect to experience as they go through it?
Yeah, I would. I went through it. I could easily go, I don't even look at that. I'm just gonna sell it. No, I just went through it, and it's great. Like, it's step by step. Now, for some people, it's going to be brand new information. You know what I mean? Like, it's for most people, I'm sure it's going to hit them like a ton of bricks, and they may have to go through things a couple times. Which there's no problem in that. Like, this isn't a race. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people get into something like that and they want to speed through it and just check the box, right? But like we were talking about earlier, all these skills that even in the 15-day challenge that you're being exposed to and starting to learn more about are skills that you can take and create a whole business around just one of those skills you're learning, whether it's understanding funnels and capture pages, or like building lists and just marketing. There's so many different caveats to these businesses that you should try to soak it all in, and then understand the end game. And for me personally, the way I look at it, the end game isn't that you're going to be doing all of these things all the time for the rest of your life trying to build an online business, right? Mm-hmm. You get in and you understand how everything works. And then you start to get some results. You take it, get some results, and then you pick the things that you like to do. You pick the things that you're good at or you really are passionate about, and take the other stuff and either outsource it, automate it, figure out ways. I mean, we're in the world of automation these days. I know people don't, some people say, oh, autopilot stuff, no, but it's, that's the world we're in now. Like I said, I did it in real estate. I automated the whole front end process of just engaging people through text message and just warming up. And it was really just a qualification process, who's serious and who's not, because I didn't want to waste my time calling people who weren't serious. So yeah, but there's all kinds of things you can do that you'll absorb through the 15-day challenge, and then actually, figure out, have a blueprint for your business moving forward. And it's going to look different for everybody. That's one thing I like about it too. The 15-day challenge online business, it's not a one size fits all, right? People are going to find what they enjoy and what they don't, and they're just going to go and focus. But the thing is, know all of it. You've got to understand the mechanics of the whole business, because you can't really, I tell people, you can't automate, you can't outsource stuff that you don't even know about it. You got to understand a little bit about how it works, or you don't know if the person you're paying to take care of it's doing a good job or not, So understand it, and understand that this is a business. And like we talked about earlier, you can take this and do anything with it, really, like when it comes to the online space and offline space. I mean, you can help so many people build their small businesses up. You can, just build yourself up. There's just so many avenues you can take with this. So my other recommendation, last one, is, use the resources that are there. Contact that business advisor and get on the phone with them, and understand that these are people I had my son go through it as well. I didn't even tell you that. I have an oldest son who's 21. Oh, God, I don't know where the time's going, dude. He's 21. And I had him go through the challenge and, get on the phone with the advisor and just give me his take on it, and what he felt about it. And he loved it. Like, he felt like, they were walking him through. They knew what they were talking about. These aren't like salespeople, right? And people always think, oh, I'm just going to hop on the call with somebody to be sold. No, he actually was talking to him about what kind of products he's marketing as an affiliate, and showing him like different things. And it was he loved it. And I had him test a couple other ones too, and it didn't go so well for him. So yeah, I would definitely, that would be my number one thing. Stick to it, get through it, and connect with the advisor. So,
well, I like to think about it like this. You're right. People are going to kind of choose their own path, but what we do is give them sort of like, if you think a football field, there's boundaries, right?
Right.
Here's kind of the rules to the game. Here's the boundaries. Stay within these boundaries. Stay within these business models, right? Mm-hmm. And we'll give you the tape to study. You know what I mean? You can understand who the competitors are out there, who your competition is, which in many cases is just going to be yourself. But we'll give you the tape to study. We'll give you the plays to run. You know what I mean? We'll give you the plays to run. We'll give you the audibles. We'll give you, in many cases, you'll build a team here too. You'll build a team of people who support you. You'll mm-hmm. build a team of people who celebrate you. You'll develop fans. Seriously, You'll develop fans. People will come to watch, come to listen from this community. I'm not even talking about people out in the potential leads or people that you're going to do business with. I'm talking about you'll get friends, teammates, and even fans right here from this community. Mm-hmm. And then it's up to you. How high do you want to run the score up?
Right.
How high do you just want to play the game? Do you want to hang out at the stadium, or do you want to run the score up? And we got people who are running the score up, man. I'm looking forward to watching you do the same. So thanks for your time, brother.
Get it. Thank you. Thank you
for having family. We said thank you for the time as well. And let me know if there's anything I can do for you, okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. See you, Michael.
All right. See ya.
All right, my friends, that was Michael Martin, and I am going to put up his info one more time. He's on TikTok. He's new. He's 5 weeks into TikTok. Remember, he's coming back. This guy was marketing and succeeding at a pretty high level back when he was doing it from 2012 to 2014 or 15 or 16. I guess he did it for about 4 or 5 years before he took some time off. And then has come back now, and I'm really excited to watch him, see what he does with his business, how he operates on platforms like TikTok that weren't around back 5 years ago, and that just goes to show. That just goes to show, my friends. If you think you were late to the party, you were late to the game. You ain't. You ain't late to the game. The best time, right, to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time was today. How you like that? All right. Now get out of here. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow for another episode.